7 questions about giving notice. That's what I'm going to cover today, so that for those of you who have concerns about it, I can address these concerns, okay? So the first one is, what is giving notice? Giving notice is the process where you notify your employer that you're going to be leaving their employ. It's a matter of courtesy. After all, in theory, you could just leave, and the next day they wonder, where is she? Where is he? You know, what happened? They call you, they don't know, and they've had no opportunity to plan for your departure. So the process of giving notice is one where you notify your employer that you'll be leaving as of a particular date. What notice period should I give, or do I need to give? The answer is, it can be none, but that's not giving notice. That's ghosting an employer. So what you should do is, at least in the US, give 2 weeks notice. If you have a contract that specifies that you need to give a longer notice, for example, in Europe, there's longer notice periods, well, you follow the terms in your area, in your part of the world, and or in your contract. So what notice period do you need to give? In the US, it's a 2-week notice. Every once in a while, you can plead with your employer that they really need me on board in 11 days. So I need to quit now and leave at that time to be able to start with them. Do I need to give my employer notice? Is the third question. The answer is no, but that's rude, because as I illustrated earlier, they don't have opportunity to plan to see if they can find a replacement for you without having your work drop for them or having to push it on to other people and stretch them out and stress them out. So giving notice to your employer is a matter of courtesy. What happens when you give notice is question number 4, and that is they begin a process of replacing you in the work that you do and in hiring someone, probably. And I say probably because if your firm is collapsing all around you, if it's in financial trouble, they may not replace you. They may just push the work on to other people. But it begins the process of them finding a suitable replacement for you and you transitioning your work to someone else, documenting it, making sure that anything that you do is codified so that the next person can do it and do it well. Is giving notice a legal requirement? Not that I know of, at least in the United States. Again, check in your part of the world as to whether there's a legal requirement to give notice. I don't believe so, unless you're in one of the communist countries. There may be, but I don't know that. And just very simply, follow what the convention is in your part of the world. Is giving notice the same as resignation? Well, you are quitting, you are resigning in this process, but in theory, a resignation or quitting could be that day. Giving them notice is notifying them, notice and notify, that you're going to be departing as of a specific date. That's the small distinction between the two. And legally, do you have to give a month's notice? Probably not, but check what the rules are in your part of the world so that you don't do anything harmful. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm called the Big Game Hunter, stemming from my time doing recruiting when I used to hunt down leaders and staff for organizations. Did it for more than 40 years. And now I coach people into new roles. I help with job search, hiring more effectively, management, leadership, resolving workplace issues. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us, where there's thousands of posts in the blog that'll help you with all those areas. And you can schedule time for a free discovery call to figure out whether you'd be interested in my coaching you. Schedule time for coaching, for which I'll charge you, of course. I'd love to help. Lastly, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Have a terrific day. and most importantly, be great. Take care.